welcome to my channel. This is Dr. Mommy Budgets and I am Amanda. Today I am here to do my week 3 budget projection for the month of April 2023. So if you are interested in that sort of content, then please stick around for the remainder of this video. Okay, for those that are new to my channel, welcome. And for those that are not new, welcome back. Here on this channel, I pretty much talk about anything related to finances. And sometimes midweek, I will do a cozy chair conversation where I will talk about any topic that I would like. All right, so today, as I stated, we're going to be doing our week 3 budget projection for the month of April. So first things first, I am going to populate a screenshot up on the screen so you can follow along with me as we dive into all of these numbers. A budget projection, typically in a budget projection, I talk about what I plan to do with my monies for the upcoming week. I get paid every single Friday, therefore I do a budget projection every single week. So I am going to put that information up on the screen. It should be there now. So as you can see, we do have a fair amount of information that we need to go through. So I'm going to try and talk faster so that we can get through this video quickly. So I'm going to start with some water so we can get going. All right, week 3 budget projection, April the 21st. 2023. First up, we have the mortgage for $292. Next, we have the homeowners association fee for $6.70, followed by the debts money. These are monies that I set aside, I guess what you can call like extra monies that I put toward debt, pay tuition, buy other things, whatever it is. But this is kind of like extra money that really isn't like allocated for any of my expenses. So I tend to pay down my debt with this money. So as you can see, this week I have $278 that I want to set aside for that category. And you see in parentheses, yes, it will be going to the mortgage, not the mortgage. I would love for it to be going to the mortgage, but it's going to the tuition account this week because I do have 2, soon to be 3 in college, and I try to stash away as much money as I can because they are always needing money. I am always paying tuition fees. So that's what that's for this week. Next, we have auto insurance for $87. Then I have another auto insurance policy for $62. Life insurance for $21. Student loan payment, $100. Tuition or gas. So I have one child that's still in high school and I give them money for gas here or there. But that child is also working so they can fund their own gas. But I do kind of like to help out because of course I did it for the other 2 in the past. So hey, that's what we're doing here. This week, you see, I have tuition underlined. So last week I gave the money to him for his gas. This week, this $25 I would just dump over into the tuition account as well. Next, we have household expenses, $148. This is money I take out in cash so that I can do things like buy groceries, get gas, toiletries, whatever, get my hair done, whatever. I have all these categories and I just pay cash for those items most times. College spending is $60. Then we have children's savings account. I bumped that up to $30. Then we have the minor Roth IRA. I am doing a minor Roth for the youngest. That's $20 and followed by a buffer amount. I like to leave a small amount in this account every single week just so that it will not, be at zero. So that total this week is $1,149.70. However, I normally leave $1,382 in this account every single week. However, you see the total this amount is not as much as the amount I normally leave in there. So we're going to have to subtract. Let's do that. $1,382 minus the total amount of $1,149.70 equals $232.30. That is the amount that I need to put away in the Bill's savings account right here on paper, just while we're doing our calculations. That's not going to be the very last thing that I do with the monies for this week. You will see that later. So that number gets a blue cloud around it because it has a relationship with another number on the page. As you can see, we'll talk about that in a few. Now let's go back up through these expenses. We're going to put a PA, which means put away, with the pink circle around it next to any of the amounts or transactions that I will not be taking care of this week. However, I am allocating those monies out of this week's pay. That's how I do that. So we're not going to read back through those, but we're going to go back down and look at the third from the last line on the sheet, and we're going to get a total of that put away amount. That put away amount means I'm putting that money into the Bill's savings account portion of this operating account until it's time for me to use it to pay that actual debt in whichever week it happens to be due. So we see the total for put away amount this week is $506.70. And that is the other amount that has the blue cloud around it. So now we have those two numbers. As you can see, both amounts we need to put away in the Bill's savings account this week because we're not using those amounts. So let's add those amounts up. Let's look at the next to the last line on the page. $506.70 plus $232.30 equals $739. Okay, that is the amount I will need to put away in total, but like I stated right here on paper, because we're not done with all of our transactions. The next step is to go back through the transactions up top and put a purple triangle next to those items that I will be taking care of this week. So you see all of those listed there. I'm not going to talk back through each one. I do want to focus on that auto insurance. As you can see, the second auto insurance where I'm projecting or allocating $62 out of this week's pay. However, that insurance is due this week. So the monthly amount is $248. So if I'm only allocating $62 out of this week's pay, that means that I will need to go and grab the rest of the money out of the Bill's checking savings account to help me satisfy that bill. So that's what that calculation is out there to the side. $248 minus $62 equals $186. That is the amount that I need to pull out of the Bill's savings account right here on paper. Okay. Now you see we have two numbers with yellow lines underneath them. They have a relationship. Let's see what the relationship is. We're going to be looking at the very last line on the page. Well, actually, yeah, we will be looking at the last line on the page. However, the two numbers with the yellow lines are under them are the $739 that I was going to put away because I'm not using it this week. However, there's $186 that I need to pull out to help me satisfy that insurance payment. So now let's look at the very last line on the page. $739 minus the $186 equals $553. And that is the total amount that I will need to put away in the Bill's savings account this week. Okay, at the end of the day, when I get through with all of my transactions, adding and subtracting on my paper, I will be taking $553 out of the checking portion of the operating account and physically moving it to the savings portion of the operating account. And that's how I do my budget every single week. Let me know if you have some questions. Leave me a comment below. We can start a discussion on budget projections, writing out budgets, how to create a budget. I can do all of that with you. Send me an email to the email address listed below and we can do that. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel. And this is all I have for this video. This is Dr. Mommy Budgets, where we dream big but start small around here. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.